Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu and this is Millenia Park for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic part 50 of the VJ scenario pack. Just a couple more scenarios to go then until we finish the whole pack. A wasteland planet is yours to build on with a very small loan to assist. Your objective to have at least 2,000 guests in your park at the end of October year 4 with a park rating of at least 600. So I did say I was going to do a full length playthrough of this. I was intending on it to be in sometime between Christmas and New Year, but I was a little ill just after Christmas, so I was delayed slightly on my previous videos. A little VJ Easter egg there. Okay, we'd be getting rid of that scenery. We've got more of this weird green water. Let's have a look. We own this area and we've got no construction rights, so it's just this part here then. Free entry. Oh, okay. Nothing, and we can't research anything. Okay then, so using the powers of OpenRCT2, I have managed to get the starter rides unlocked, and oh wait, okay, oh yeah, that's not right. Okay, third time lucky. So what I've done now, again, using OpenRCT2, I've unlocked everything. I guess what I could have done is I could have looked to see what order everything was researched, and then I could then use that to place things in the right order, but honestly, who's got time for that? So we've got everything that we would have unlocked normally throughout the game then. There was some sort of glitch. I mean, this pack was made long before Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic was the thing. So for some reason, it doesn't work. There's no water rides, but then we haven't got access to the water. Anyway, tons of shops, tons of thrill rides, loads of coasters, and we've got what is quite a nice big map. So I think what we'll do initially is I'll get rid of the starter scenery and the starter path, and then I think what we'll do is we'll just start building maybe cheap and cheerful coasters, do some nice path loops, and add like maybe a thrill ride or a flat ride or something next to each and every ride. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so let's get rid of this here. I know in the past people have complained about me getting rid of the starter scenery and starter rides and that sort of thing, but think of it, if you were going to take over a park in real life and you had all this ugly stuff left over, you would get rid of it either to repurpose it or to sell it so that you could then reinvest the money that you get from it. We could probably keep that rocket. We'll get rid of the starter path here. That weird bit of scenery. Yes, I was planning on getting this out sometime between Christmas and New Year's, but as I said, I got a bit ill. Christmas night, actually, I started feeling not really ill, but just sort of not 100%. And then the next day I woke up with flu. So I was out of action really for a couple of days. But that's fine. Okay, cool. So all that's done. Can we level this off? Oh, okay. We can't do any of that. Huh. Is this going to be one of those ones where you can't build above tree height. No. Okay, so we haven't got to worry about that. Right then, let's get a handyman down. Okay. So what if we come in and use that as a line there? We can get kiosk down straight away. Maps free. Umbrellas will put the 20. They won't buy it initially, but when it rains, they'll all start buying. We'll make a ton of cash. Though we've got a lot of money, so we will review that. Actually, what we'll do is we'll open up the park now, and we'll see what sort of cash the guests have got. There you go. 55. It's not a huge amount. 45 again, not a huge amount. I think we did see. I think we did see that we've got ATMs. Again, not doing my usual 4x4 pathing system. That's fine. Actually, I think we'll do away with this bit there. I'm sure they'll find their way back to the path. And this bit there. Why are they wandering off so far? How stupid are they? There you go. I did say, even after 20 years, I never cease to be amazed at how dumb the guests really are. Okay, so how about we do that, and then we can bring it back up to there. Bring it back to there. Okay, cool. So what have we got then? Enterprise. And no, I don't like that combination. What about, yeah. We can do that. Let's start it up. They'll pay £5. Now, normally for changing the settings and things like that, like this on a ride, I would put on pause. But that's just going to make the video even longer. Let's get one there. And what else can we do? What else have we got? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. So why don't we build some sort of simple coaster then? Um, we'll split the stations for better throughput. Uh, we'll put it here. No path leading from the exit. Why didn't anyone tell me? And there. Okay, so let's put another exit there. We can put another toilet there. And then we can start putting down some little food stalls. Something nuggets there. £2. Donuts. Are they donuts? Cookies. Of course they are. And then up here where we've got a gap, donuts. And then over here, how about balloon stall? And where we've got a gap here, there we go. Let's have a drink stall there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of food. So we should now be exempt from worst food award. And for now, we'll just chuck a couple of handymen down and leave them free range. Okay, so I'm going to keep the stations on the ground for the most part, I would think. Usually I build them above ground so I can put a path underneath and get like a little cheeky excitement bonus, but I think even though we've got 4 years on this, it's quite surprising how quickly that does go by. So I don't think we're going to get a lot of time for doing scenery and things like that. So what if we do that? And we go the other way. There you go. I don't want to put the path coming out opposite a shop or something like that, because that just makes the guests sort of walk down the path, and then they'll walk all the way to the end, and then they'll come back. Actually, we can. There you go. We've got 2 stations, so we'll need to make sure we've got a mechanic on each one. We don't need to make sure it comes back like that then, because we've changed the paths. We're not going behind with the paths. Let's have a look. That's in the way. Doesn't help that I've backed myself into a corner here. There you go. Okay, cool. Park is filling up. What else can we do? How about a stand-up coaster? So what I'm going to try and do here is something that I'm not going to say that I like to say because I usually don't say it, but something that I usually like to think, at least. And it's I think like a 5 by 5 rule. Think of it like that. So you want to build a ride that takes about, I've got a coaster, let's say, that takes about 5 minutes to build. And I know it's probably not the best coaster to say this on, since it's one of the trickier ones to build, well, not trickier ones to get good excitement on, a stand-up coaster. But you want to build about 5 minutes, get about 5 excitement, and then you'll be able to charge at least £5 for it. Now, initially, £10, no problem. If we drop it down a little bit lower. If we get a flat bit. Now, this won't come back as 5. This will probably be like a 4 or something, but that's fine. Because that increased intensity, increased nausea will help. And I guess we'll pay for it anyway. So we'll charge 10 to begin with. At some point they are going to stop paying, and then we'll just decrease the prices accordingly. By that point, maybe we'll be making, oh, do you know what? It's not far off the 5. So maybe what we can do now, oh, hang on, I'm gonna get a mechanic on there. We're definitely going to want a handyman around here somewhere. There's all the sick. Is there any flat rides we can chuck in the space? No, we'll leave it for now. Right. So since we can't adjust the landscape, I'm going to try and work around it and not have none of the paths being too ugly. If we come up here, up of that, is there anything we can fit in there? A mini coaster, easily. Okay, so I'm going to save the video a second. Okay, so because I'm recording on Android, there's a size of the file limit, and if it goes over that, it can corrupt the whole video, which obviously I don't want to do. So every now and then you'll see maybe a little pause or something on the video. Is that going to be a high enough drop? We will find out. No idea how fast we're going to be going about at the spot, so we'll just guess. We'll leave this one on 5. Okay, let's get some handyman around this area. Oh, that is going slow through that area there. Wow. Okay, let's give this a slight redesign. It's going way too slow. Probably gonna have to redo this corner as well. Um, There we go. Let's try that. Did say I want to leave the handyman free range, but not really working out very well. There you go. That's a lot better. Almost. Cool. That's good enough. If I add that above the ground and put a little bit of paraffin underneath, that would easily be over 5. So I'm not worried about that at all. Okay, what else have we got? What have we got that can go here? Oof, there you go. And there you go. We can borrow that mechanic, connecting up to there. Cool. Of course, if we do have time at the end of the scenario, I can always go back and maybe do some scenery or something. No, that's way too high. That'll be fine. There you go. Do some brakes because we're going to have a tight bend. Okay, how bad is this? If it comes back with bad stats, it's because I haven't got a high enough drop. Oh, there you go. That's fine. And you know what? I think £5 for this one as well. We can charge a lot more, but we are only going to have to reduce the prices at some point. So I think what I'll do is I'll reduce them down now. Mindful that the guests didn't have a huge amount of cash on them when they were coming through the gate. We do have cash machines, so we can put more down. Okay, so information kiosk, toilet, ATM. Over here by the exit for what is an intense ride, we'll put the first aid room as well. Cool. Build down there. Like so. And then maybe put some flat rides. What happened there? Cool. Space. Already open. Ah. £2. I know this one's £5, is it? Yeah. It's quite popular. We'll leave it at that for now. Now, I am not under any illusion. Do you know, we might as well just put it free straight away because Space Rings is awful. But I'm only going to do one Q tile. I mean, we could probably charge £1 for it. Maybe a little bit more. At some point, very, very soon, we are going to have to reduce it. So we might as well just save time. And do it now. So let's have a look. Second. Profit. There. So my four coasters are making me about 20,000. The rest of the rides, hardly anything. Cool. So if we just keep building. Maybe on this corner down here. And then over here, we could do drink stall, ice cream stall, get that variety up. Let's get us eligible for best park food. That's what we got. There you go. That'll do us. And then how about a little seating area there as well? Cool. 15th. What else can we do? What about a nice shuttle? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this going to be way too crazy intense? We shall give it a go. It's not going fast enough. I am going to have to increase the chain lift on the back. Definitely. Not going anywhere near fast enough. It's going to stall, I would have thought. Maybe not initially, but at some point. There you go. There. That little curve on the back is just, I just like to do it. I think it looks cool. And then I'm matching the one on the other side just for aesthetics. It should never get that high. You never know with Rollercoaster Tycoon physics. Is that in the way? It is in the way. Oh, it's a shame. Gonna make it all the way back. Yes, I might as well wait a second. Check the stats before I alter it and change the station. Lateral G's are way too high. That's because of the corkscrew. Let's try that. Okay, lateral G's, a bit better. Let's try that. Would be nice if I could open this up by the end of the year. Okay, let's open it up. Maybe it won't stall when there's guests on it. Who knows? There you go. You can work over there as well. Cool. Not a bad first year. Look, we've got 5 coasters down. We've got 700 guests in the park. We need 2,000. Getting 3,000 to 4,000 a month in. I mean, we could be earning more by putting the prices up on some of the coasters. This one in particular, we could probably, we'll put this back up to 10. Just for now, just until we open up a few more coasters. I think if we get a few cheap and cheerful twisters, things like that out, then yeah, we'll start earning that cash in no time. But yeah, it's I think it's working out quite well. Just keeping the simple little path loops, and the guests are flocking in. Just got to make sure we keep them. Okay, what can we chuck in this little tiny gap here? Oh my word, these rides are awful. No, I'm not even going to bother because I know it's going to be terrible. We could do one of these. No, too small. There you go. Let's try and cram a wild mouse in here somewhere. It's really hard to see. Suppose I could zoom in. The ground color doesn't help. We do brakes on here. We can. Okay, let's a little brake there. And then there you go. How's that? I haven't checked on the old umbrella sales. There you go. The shop sales 200, 300, 3,700. One thing we could do though is we could change the color of the umbrellas. We could do with a stand over here. Whoa! That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. It's okay. There were no guests on it. There you go. So now, when the rumors circulate about it crashing, people will be like, nah, there's no way they name it crash test after it actually crashed. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, over here, we can make this one yellow. So one thing I like to do is put kiosks on major corners, which this will become, no doubt, in future, and then put a toilet next to each kiosk, and then the kiosk basically pays for the toilet in the long run, and after a while you become eligible for best toilets once you've got enough. At some point I will look at the little spreadsheet and work out what we need for it, but for now we're fine. Probably do with some balloons as well. I'll put a no entry sign just there. Because what will happen otherwise is guests will come off and they'll think, do I need first aid? No, I don't. And they might go backwards, but they can't because there's an exit there. They'll come forwards. Do I want a balloon? Yes or no? Then they might go back because every time they think they have a choice, they sometimes change directions, but they can't because there's no entry signs there. Cool. Could since we've got this little flat area here, we can do a little Ferris wheel. Again, since they are pretty rubbish, we'll just do the one tile. Because if guests are stuck in the queue for a really slow ride like that, slow throughput ride like that, then they're not elsewhere spending money. Getting 5,000 a month now, which is fine. So that's another one of my fives. Is that you want to build a coaster that's takes 5 minutes, gets you about 5 excitement. You can charge £5, and it costs about 5,000. So let's go from up from here. And through here. Oh, look, nice space. What have we got? What have we got? Did I see? I did. We've got go-karts, but do I really want to put a go-kart there? Probably not. There will be other spaces for go-karts. Wrong mode. Let's put it onto powered launch. There you go. Cut back. So I know when I did the tutorial for this coaster, oh, so long ago, there was a bug in the game where if you saved it, it would glitch out. Really weird. But that seems to have been fixed. I haven't tried it in a while, but I'm sure it's been fixed. Get a balloon next to it. There you go. Right. Okay. So I was looking around. Let's change that. Change that to pink. Where else? Where else have we got? It's red. That's fine. This one here. Change that to that color. Just eventually, when it does rain, it's much nicer to see different color umbrellas than just a sea of the same color. Why is that £4.90? Bizarre. Okay, what was the loan? 1,000. It did say with a very small loan to assist. 1,000. That's not going to get you anywhere. What's the stats on that? There you go. Brilliant. Over here then. Another one of these. It might not pay for the kiosk might not pay for the toilet and the ATM initially, but eventually it will with umbrella sales. It'll make you the money back. No problems at all. We could also get some just get a little food and drink stall just down there. Oh, some chips. And whilst we're here, just do a little seating area. They will use it, but it's more for sort of quick bit of eye candy than anything else. And you know what we could do, since we've got a junction here? We could do a little circuit. Do it that way. Do that there. I want. What is it's not? Okay, that's wrong. Let's move this slightly. Entrance, move that to there. Yeah, so I want it so it's not. I can't do that, can I? One, two, three, four, five. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. Each queue tile can keep 4 guests in. There's 9 of them, 9 tiles. So 4 nines, 36. Plenty. We don't really want that many in the queue all the time. Sometimes a mistake people can make is put in go-kart queue lines as way too long. Again, because if guests are in the queue for a slow throughput ride, then they're not spending money elsewhere. Do that there and then do an up slope. No. How's about that? Okay, so £10. We could even do a little bit of your glass. Nah, I don't like it. Let's not waste time doing scenery. Let's not waste time doing scenery. Okay. Um, could we cram a coaster here? No, we won't do that. It'll affect the sight lines of the, what do you call it? The Ferris wheel. We've got a huge amount of rides and things to put down away. We could do another one of these. How tall is that one? 150. So this one will go up to 200. About to get 1,000 guests in the park, which is cool. This is a 4-year scenario. Which means we're ahead of schedule. Huh. Try again. There you go. And we'll call this 150. Ob. Cool. It's not going over that 1,000, is it? Ratings on maximum. There you go. 1,000 guests. Cool. Have we got, whoop, have we got a mechanic nearby? No, we haven't. Okay, we haven't got one on the Ferris wheel either. Okay, I think, yes, I hired one by mistake. That's fine. We can use you here. And we'll use you here. Cool. 22,000 in the bank. We're starting to get 8,000 a month now on ride ticket sales. That's pretty cool. There you go. And I have another nice path loop. Now what can we stick in here? We've got one of them. We haven't got one of them. Okay, so since we've already got kind of got like a mountain, we go up there. Am I high enough? No. Do you know what I can't go underground, can I? Can't go underground. I don't want to build it too high off the ground. It just looks a bit weird. What about a giga? A giga with a difference. What is the difference going to be? Not sure yet. Okay, so let's get the space themed. Like so. Jack the price up really. Again, only £5. What are we doing? We're doing well with £5 at the moment. Okay, what if we do no launch track 81? One. We'll try with two, but we'll do a flat one there for nowsies. Up like that. Let's go the other way. Wrong way. And we'll go that way. Okay. We've already got the one train. That's fine. They're long trains. Right. What happens here? Is it fast enough? It doesn't matter if it's not. It is. In a way, it's a little shame that it is fast enough. What if we drop this down to 72? Maybe I just need to do the one then. What's this now? Number 8, is it? Number 8, number 7. Number 8. Yeah. Sometimes you could do these and it just looks quite nice the way it doesn't quite go all the way and then it goes backwards and it just works and it looks nice. But this one, no, it wasn't going to. So we do it like that. Oh, okay. It doesn't have a high enough drop though. We know that. So stats have come back poor. That's okay. We can do something about this. Okay, it's never going to get to the speed, but we'll just ram it up. Anyway. Now this is where it could work out interesting going backwards. Is that even in line? There you go. Right, let's get this just to line up now. Huh. From here, looks fine. From here, oh, what's wrong now? This section. What is wrong now? From here, it's fine. From here, it's nowhere near. I'm not even sure if that is still a high enough drop after all that. There you go, that should be fine, yeah. Now, this could be fine if it went backwards, but no, honestly, we've wasted enough time on it. 1,002 guests. It's not what's happening. Could just be the fact that the guests are running out of cash. We could just put all the flat rides free. Since they're not really going to be making us a ton of cash anyway, in comparison to what the coasters are making. I know obviously I've changed. But yeah, you look at the vertical drop, it's making us 14,000. Everything else, hardly anything. And I know I've put the other coasters at £5. If I put them up to 10, we'd make even more money. But that's not what we want to do. We don't want to take that cash too quickly. Okay, with deaf, it doesn't seem to want to go over the 1,000. So I am wondering if maybe we've got harder guest generation enabled. Okay, so my suspicion is that this might have harder guest generation. So one way of finding out, I suppose, is if we build just a longer coaster. 6+ excitement, aim for around 2,000 feet, and then we should be fine. So I guess this the other option, which we could do, is extend some of the existing coasters. But why don't we test this first? So if it's true, we should see a fairly noticeable increase straight away. If not, then it could be something else. And we'll have to just try and think about what that could be. Reduce prices, that sort of thing. Or it could just be the fact that we need to build more rides. Nothing, no fancy rides, just more rides. Oh, well, we go up to 100, and then we can drop down. And then we can do This color is nasty. Okay, so the reason for this is if you look, that's showing blue. But when you select these two colors, it's showing green. So the reason for that is that the color palette has been changed so that those colors are, instead of showing our blue, they're showing green. Now, I will let you work out what that does and why that is. Should have given you a big enough clue. So, hang on. Large there, then flat. Then we can go into a large loop. Another large loop. Series of airtime hills. Nope, too close. It's fine. Try one more space along, see if that makes a difference. So I just want it to come, there you go, back down here. In fact, we could probably do one more. There you go. Two trains, there you go. We'll put it on to test. And have we got, what was this? Is this floor? Is this a floorless coaster? Yep, looks like it. Yeah, not sure about that color. Oh, we got some of that color. There you go. By the time it gets to this last big airtime hill, it's starting to run out of steam, but when full, we've guessed, it should be a little bit heavier and have a little bit more momentum. That's my plan anyway. Just check out. I know the excitement's going to be fine. The length should be more than fine. I would have thought this, what, 3,000 feet maybe? Oh, 3,600. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully we should start seeing an increase. Say hopefully, because otherwise it's going to be something else. It's just the fact that we're not building enough rides. And I mean, I thought we were building them quick enough as it was. Now we don't have a lot of flat rides. That is an issue. £2, really? Wow, look at that. Look at the guest in the window. Look at his nasty green trousers. There you go, that worked out well. Share the mechanic between the two rides. I think we need an extra handyman. No, I know people will comment that I haven't put any bins down. I tend not to put bins down. I just find that with the amount of vandalism that you get after a while, it tend not to be worth it. But it's not something I never do. It's just something I don't often do. Guest numbers are definitely going up. Not drastically. And we got the green arrow. What was the excitement on this? 7.29. Cool. Okay, how much speed is this carrying coming out of that second loop? $40, of course. Oh, let's go one unit more. Swap that for on-ride photo. There you go, done. So now we should have 2 roller coasters longer than 2,000 feet. And the vertical drop shouldn't be a difficult addition either. So look. Weird how it doesn't show on the window. Neither does this one. That is bizarre. Usually they do. None of them are showing. That is bizarre. I wonder if that's got anything to do with the glitch that wasn't giving us the rides at the start. Okay, so the excitement. Oh, I just remembered. It's a stand-up coaster. It's harder to get the excitement on one of these. $5.54. Okay. Okay, so I suppose we could probably do a mid-course brake run. But here, just to increase throughput. Block brake. And then we'll do the brake again. There you go. Excitement fine on that. Excitement will be fine on the vertical drop. The length should be moving fine as well. Yeah, so there you go. As soon as we got the boost of the excitement, and let's see, it's at the flat line between August and September. And then, was that when we did the first coaster? Yeah. Then another little boost then towards October when the stats for this one came back, no doubt. Just waiting for the stats on the vertical drop now. we want 4 trains? Probably not. We will up that though. Do a little fast forward, get the stats back. Text still hasn't been fixed. Did I not give it a mechanic? Nope, and by the looks of it, I certainly didn't give it a handyman either. And I could probably do the first aid room as well. There you go. And maybe a balloon stall. Cool. The stats on this 2520. Excitement will come back fine. Yeah. Do you know what? This one isn't far away. So what if we... that's 50. It might be okay. We need to get it across. Why am I still not able to math? Direction fail. There you go. Just need to get... Actually, it'd probably be easier to join it from this direction. Or a little smaller one. Okay, and it works. We've got a couple of little flat sections there in case we need to add a couple of little boosters. Cool. We know the excitement's going to be fine. It's a giga coaster. And the length is fine. That's great. Almost 1,300 guests. We've got the green arrow. We've got just under 2 years left. We need 2,000 guests. So things are definitely looking up. I'm not even going to bother making that one longer. No. So we now have got 1, 2, 3, 4 coasters that satisfy the minimum length criteria, which is pretty cool. That's definitely cool. What about, we've got an impulse coaster. Could we? It's a bit snug. Okay, what else have we got? What else have we got? Suspended swinging coaster. Okay, we could do one of these. Let's move it back a little bit. Okay. So we've got plenty of space. Nice diagonal chain lift. There you go. Don't always go up, down, left, and right. Sometimes diagonal just looks the business. Not always, but sometimes just doing something simple, like a little diagonal piece, or if it's not going too fast, maybe a unbanked turn every once in a while. Because especially if it's going slow. If a coaster's going slow, then a bank turn just looks weird. Okay, so we gotta go up like that. How are we gonna get it back to the station? There. Does it need to be that high? Will that work? No. Okay, block break, then we'll do a brake run. Okay, so had I known about the harder guess generation, which we appear to have at the start, then what I would have done is I probably would have built some of the coasters with the view of expanding them in future. Like these ones, I mean, it's worked out okay, but you can definitely see where that they would look like they would have been shorter coasters and they were expanded. Same with this one, with the green one, so the Giga coasters. So, but yeah, it's okay. Hang on. There you go. Rather than having steep drops, since we care about the distance, we'll go for shallow drops. I'm dropping down from 45. So, like I always say, go up, and then go down, and then go up again, but not quite as much. They do tend to hold their momentum quite well. Thing about these coasters is they do like to have some high lateral G's. So at some point we are going to need Yeah, at some point we are going to need some high lateral Gs. So that's the reason for that corner, which you think, that's a bit, that looks a bit weird. It's there for a reason. It's there. I think ordinarily I wouldn't. But since I do need to get the lateral Gs, oh, and it links up perfectly. Two planes, yes. Oh, so this is number, so back to number 9 then. Plane or Rama. I don't know what it means. Hang on, that's number 9. Okay, how fast is it going through this section? Oh, that might have been. Oh, look. The lateral G minus, it's almost -3. It's probably going too fast through that section. No, it's not red. If it's not red, it's okay. Cool. Another one in the bank. Awesome. Do you know 1 or 2 more coasters? And we will be fine. But at this point, I'm going to take a break. For you, it won't matter because it'll just keep on going. But for me, I need a little bit of a break. Okay, and we're back. So we've got almost 1,500 guests. We need 2,000. Okay. So yeah, a couple more coasters, and we should be fine. Maybe just the one. What haven't we built? We haven't built an inverted one. We haven't built. Oh, we could do a stand-up twist limb coaster. That could be quite cool. Let's build a loop down here. And then what about a limb coaster? I'm not going to have... Actually, yeah, we will. We'll have a long queue line. Have it go over the track like that. And then back down. And then have it come down to there. So no doubt we'll have a high point there. So look, let's get... get a mechanic. Down ready. Get a handyman. Down ready. Cool. And a first aid room as well. We know what these coasters are like. Yeah. So we need over 6 excitement and 2,000 feet. Okay, let's... Oh, probably way too high. But we'll start off high and then we'll see what happens. Actually, what we can do is we can have it go back to the station now. Just so we can gauge the speed. Way, way, way too fast. Drop it down, 56. Too slow. Let's drop it back up. Drop it back, raise it up to 60. Whilst we're doing that, let's get some... There you go, perfect. Do a brake run that side. And what if... Maybe we can't do that. Maybe if we get rid of this bit, we can... Okay, cool. So we're going to try and link it up to that. We'll make it slightly bigger. I have to increase the speed a bit. No, I don't like that. There you go. So we can probably reduce this then again. Cool. And we're coming down, have a like a hump or something. And then maybe we could have it's coming down from, what's that say? Having the same color as the one behind doesn't help. $95. So that's 50, so that's fine. And there's enough flat sections that we can add a little trim break if needed. We match the hump. That will look pretty cool. And if I've managed to get it, no. Okay, how about no? No. Okay, how about no? Is that the right? This section here is one of those times where it might look a little better if it was unbanked. It's a little weird, but let's see the speed. We don't want to go too fast. We can add a little trim brake just there. $1,682. That's what we got. 1,682 guests. So this coaster should give us another green arrow, providing it's long enough. All right, what's that giving us? 2,500 feet. That's fine. Crank. Let's give it something generic. No. Boom. There you go. Good enough. And we got the green arrow back. Cool. A small little path loop. What are we going to do with this one? We could do another well mouse. We could do an impulse coaster. And have it so that the start and end of it is in this little path loop, and then it just goes, I don't know, wherever. It goes wherever. Here you go. Let's get a mechanic down on you. Ready? Get the handyman down ready as well. Whilst we're at it, we can chuck some of these down, and that as well. Get another no entry sign there, because we don't want guests wandering back and forth after they've decided whether or not they want to get a map and or umbrella. Change this to space entrance, and then okay, so it's going to launch out. Can I go under that? It can. Can I go under that? No, it can't. Okay, so that should be okay, providing we can actually. Why don't we just set it as fast as we can and then turn it down as needed? Oof, just about. Will it be fast enough at the back? Yes. Which is good news because it means we can extend it at the back if we need to. Negative G's is in the red. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't affect the stats. The length is long enough. Oof, there you go. So how about we just call this one Impulse? Excitement's great. Awesome. Let's open this up. Do you know what? We might well be done by the end of this year. which is cool because we can just spend the next year then making it look pretty. Awesome. Almost 12,000 a month in ticket sales. Oh, sick about that. Drop that down there. Nope. Chuck a first aid stall there. Seems to need it. And since we've got another junction, that looks better. $846. We have got a space here for a coaster, so why don't we just build a nice coaster? What could we do? What about an inverted coaster? And then that will surely be enough. No, that's better. Okay, we can share a mechanic between those two rides. Cool. Space, we'll set it to £5. Ready, and we'll call it Invertigo. Our 13th coaster. And oh, look at that. See a cheeky little diagonal section? Up, so we've dropped down. Let's change this color because that is a nasty color. So it's dropped down from 80. What a cheeky little inline twist there. Okay, so I just want to check before I do any more fiddling if that will make it over that second. Well, how far off am I? If it'll make it over that second loop. I think the first one will be fine. So this is just a quick speed test. Just crank that up a bit. I am going to unblock section mode. So if it doesn't make it, we have to be quick, otherwise there'll be a crash. Let's check the speed on that and go. No. No. Oof. Do I dare? Do I dare? Do I dare? Seconds from disaster. Okay. I think other than that, after the once it gets to the that's fine. It looks good. Right. So where are we there? That's 15. It's really the fact that we're not starting at 0 does make it a little weird. Put a little flat piece in there in case we need to do a trim break. And we're at the right height. So we could do a brake run here. Okay, maybe we can't. Might be easier to get this section to come back. There you go. Just extend this a little. Drop it down. Go far away. What is that? Oh, it's the loop is in the way. Wrong one. How far off, mate? It looks miles away. Good old isometric view. So I need to get it back to 0. Okay. Okay, fine. We'll try. We'll come this way instead and see if we can do something this way. Nope. One more. There you go. And we've got over 2,000 guests. So we didn't actually need this coaster, but this one will be sort of a fail-safe. Oh, well, we haven't even got any fences. That's annoying. So we can always use these ones instead. Check the coasters, okay. What speed is it coming through there? Might be slightly too fast. It's okay. We'll wait until we'll wait and see what the test comes back as. And it is. Oh, there you go. Fine. There you go. There's probably the letter G spiking at the end, but it's fine. It's fine. Length is fine. Excitement will be fine. So we'll get another green arrow. We don't want too many green arrows. Obviously, we want to pass the scenario, but we don't want to hammer the scenario because the more guests we get in the park, the more we are at risk of people complaining that it's too crowded. So if we could keep it, we're going to get a little boost now, I would have thought, from the new coaster, but if we could keep it like that, I think we will be fine. Sometimes you just got to know when to ease off. Because what will happen is, no doubt next year, we will get another influx, or this year, we're in March year 4 now, we will get another influx of guests. What can we do with this one? So I've kind of started now. I'm thinking maybe I should just fast forward because it just looks weird. We haven't got enough variety, and I don't want to do them all like this. We haven't really got enough variety. So I may just delete the ones that we have got. And then fast forward until the end. I mean, because I don't want to be building anything more. We're still charging £10 for this ride. So we can drop this down. Be interesting to see how much we're going to get from umbrellas now. Shop sales, 9,000. So shop sales, let's have a look at this. 768, 750, 3,500, 9,000, 5,000. It's because it's hardly ever raining. if it was raining like once a month, then you'd see a 2,000-3,000 a month. As it is, it rains once every so often, and then bam. We're not gonna. Have we not got a mechanic on this one? Okay, so we're up to 2,100. We've just won an award, so we're going to get a boost of guests now coming in. Because each positive award gives you a boost of about, it ups the guest spawning rate by 25%, and a negative award reduces it by 25%. And they stack as well. So, but we are doing all right. We've got plenty of rides where the queues aren't that busy. Have a look what the guest's favourite is. Vortex, which is, oh, the gig coaster. Which is up. We've got a nice boost from the impulse coaster interaction. No, not the impulse coaster interaction, because it's not quite long enough. From the suspended swinging coaster interaction. Yeah, so once we got over that sort of stall at 1,000, once we realized that there was harder guest generation, it was pretty straightforward after that. And I think it's worked out quite well. I mean, with scenery and stuff, this would look, I think this park would look really nice. But I don't quite have enough variety in the scenery. Like just being able to do coloured fences would be perfect. That's all I would want, and I would do those for all the queue lines, and it would look pretty good. Now this mass spaghetti of coasters by here, this could make a good thumbnail. What do you think? Okay, so let's have a look. We're now into January. I've got, after this one, this is scenario 50. We've got 2 more after this to do, and then we will have finished the VJ scenario pack. It has taken absolutely ages, and there's been some good scenarios in there, and there's been some stinkers in there. But on the whole, it's been all right. So I need to work out what I'm doing next. I think I am going to take another look at my Build Your Own Six Flags park. I'm about halfway through that section. I did stop doing it because I was kind of stuck on what I was going to do next. There is an overriding theme to it, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do next. But I think I had an idea, and this is going back ages now. I was going to say I had an idea when I was in Alton Towers. That was about 14 months ago. But I had an idea when I was in the queue line for um, Wicker Man, as what sort of area and theming I could do next. And then after that, then I do have an idea for another. Not sure if Mega Park is the right sort of description, but it would be like a park where I would build all my simple coaster designs. Do you know, like this cut back? But they would be, but it would be like full scenery, um, with the view of doing it so that they could easily be saved with the scenery and then plonked out in another park at some point. I don't know yet. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to be doing next. Um, let's have a look at the profit. Okay, now I've dropped the price of that one. This one, absolute gold mine, this cutback coaster, because it lasts 15 seconds. And then the Giga Coaster, longer trains. And then these, so even though I've got them on, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flat rides that are free. So if you total it all up, 1, 2, 3, so I'm losing about, I don't know, call it £400 on those. But when you look at, you offset that my lowest profit ride, my lowest profit coaster, which is this one. Ah, how's that? Do you know, at some point it's probably gone back into test with a full sort of with a full train, or did we never see it? Okay, so let's have a look. Maybe it just was that high. Maybe it's, I don't know. Hopefully the microphone didn't pick up my stomach rumbling then. Yep. Oh well. There were some guests going on it. They're loving it. Oh, look. No wonder it's not giving me that much money. It's only £2 a go. Cool. That's what we could do. Is we could ensure everyone's got balloons. Look, see, look at all the umbrellas. All the different colours. That looks so much better than if it was just one colour. So much better. Wow, 2,500 guests. So we definitely didn't need that last coaster. But it's fine, it's fine. It's just extra rides. We do need an extra handyman though. What's that? Oh, wow. And we're into September. So what I'll do is I'll cut the video into the beginning of October, and then I'll do a save because I haven't decided if I was going to do a summary video of this. So I've got like a bookmark to go back to when I'm doing my video, a little behind the scenes for you there. But mainly just so I can make sure that I'm not going over the file size on the video. Yeah, you know, it wasn't a bad scenario. Once I fixed the problem with the rides, which is completely nobody's fault, because as I said, this scenario pack was made years and years before Classic was a thing. So for whatever reason, it doesn't work. So I'm going to pause it there and rejoin. Okay, so it's nobody's fault. It's just one of those things. I do have the saves on my Google Drive on the shared section, so I will add the links to the description of the video below. So if you want to play it, I've put both files. The one that only gives you the first starting rides, and the one that gives you all the rides as well. So that's cool. So I suppose that did give us a bit of a help, the fact that there was already all the rides unlocked. But I mean, realistically, once we realized that there was harder guest generation, this scenario wouldn't have given us any issues at all. So we're in 2 weeks to go. Rating almost on maximum. Wait, why is it not on maximum? The litter here is really bad. So one thing I do show you every now and then, because when I remember, you click on something there, you click on the map, and then it flashes. But I mean, the rating's high enough that we don't really care. 18th, start grumbling again. I'm gonna go and make some food after this. Okay, most profitable ride. Still the cutback. Most popular ride. Space Taxi. I suppose there's 5. All on 100%. Wow, okay. Satisfaction. Okay. Queue line 115 guests queuing. Okay. Guest favorite Vortex. Okay. Cool. And it's almost Halloween. And we've done it. Stew. Fantastic. Awesome sauce. So that was Millenia Park. And we've won another award. We've got 2 to go. That was Millenia Park. Scenario 50 from the VJ Scenario Pack. We're going to start on. What are we going to start on? I have been Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Drop me any comments in the comment section. They're always welcome. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.